In the chaos of modern life, gratitude often gets buried under the weight of daily challenges. We find ourselves fixated on what we don't have, always reaching for the next milestone, the next possession, or the next status symbol. In this relentless pursuit, we forget to appreciate the small miracles of everyday life. But what if we could train our minds to see everything through the lens of appreciation? What if we could learn to be content, not by acquiring more, but by being thankful for what already is? For the Stoics, gratitude wasn't just a fleeting emotion, it was a disciplined practice, a way of living that cultivated inner peace, resilience, and strength. Their philosophy teaches us that we can find happiness not in external circumstances, but in our internal responses to those circumstances. Through the lens of Stoicism, gratitude becomes a powerful tool to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. In this guide, we'll explore 10 chapters that dive deep into Stoic principles of gratitude. By the end, you'll have a new understanding of how this ancient wisdom can shape your life, and you'll be equipped with practical tools to integrate gratitude into your daily routine. Chapter 1. Power of Perception. Stoics believe that our perceptions shape our reality. According to Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This foundational Stoic principle teaches us that we can control how we view the world, even when we cannot control the world itself. Gratitude, then, is a matter of perception. It's not about waiting for things to be perfect to feel thankful. It's about choosing to see the good in what already exists. Imagine you've had a difficult day, full of frustrations and setbacks. You could easily dwell on everything that went wrong, allowing negativity to cloud your mind. But the Stoic approach encourages you to pause, reflect, and shift your focus to the positive aspects of the day. Perhaps a friend sent you a kind message, or you enjoyed a moment of peace during your morning coffee. These small blessings, when consciously acknowledged, can completely transform your perspective. By training your mind to focus on the positive, you start to see the abundance that already surrounds you. This doesn't mean ignoring life's difficulties, but it does mean balancing them with an awareness of the good. For the Stoics, gratitude was a rational choice, an intentional focus on the present moment, and an appreciation of what is, rather than what isn't. Practical exercise. Begin each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as the air you breathe, the health you enjoy, or the relationships you have. This practice aligns your mind with the Stoic principle of choosing how you perceive the world. Chapter 2. Amor Fati, Loving Fate. Amor Fati, or love of fate, is one of the most powerful Stoic concepts when it comes to cultivating gratitude. It teaches us to not only accept what happens to us, but to embrace it fully. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." In the same way, we can transform every experience, whether joyful or painful, into fuel for growth. Gratitude, according to the principle of Amor Fati, isn't conditional. It doesn't wait for life to be smooth or favorable. Instead, it's a deep, unwavering appreciation for all of life's experiences. This includes the ones that challenge us, cause us discomfort, or force us to grow. When we love our fate, we see every event as a necessary part of our journey, designed to shape us into better, stronger individuals. Imagine facing a difficult situation, perhaps a setback in your career or a personal loss. It's natural to feel frustrated, angry, or disappointed. The Stoic response is to ask, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me better? When you approach life with this mindset, gratitude becomes a natural outcome. Instead of resisting life's difficulties, you begin to see them as essential elements of your growth. This doesn't mean pretending that everything is easy or painless. Instead, it's about reframing your challenges as opportunities for strength. Loving fate is about seeing the wisdom in life's unfolding, trusting that everything, even the hardships, serves a purpose. Practical exercise. The next time you face a challenge, pause and reflect on how it might serve your growth. Write down how this difficulty could help you become wiser, stronger, or more resilient. This exercise helps shift your focus from resistance to gratitude. Chapter 3. Memento Mori, the gift of mortality. Memento Mori, or remember you must die, may sound like a morbid concept, but for the Stoics it was a reminder of life's preciousness. The Stoics didn't fear death. They used it as a tool to sharpen their appreciation for life. In understanding the fragility and impermanence of existence, we are reminded to live fully, deeply, and with gratitude for the present moment. Seneca famously said, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing." Life's brevity is not something to mourn. It is something to celebrate, for it urges us to make the most of the time we have. When you realize that every day, every moment is a gift, gratitude becomes your natural response. Gratitude through the lens of memento mori involves acknowledging that nothing is guaranteed, not our health, our loved ones, or even tomorrow. Instead of taking these things for granted, we cherish them all the more. Each day becomes an opportunity to live fully and love deeply. Practical exercise. Spend a few moments each day reflecting on the impermanence of life. This isn't meant to induce fear, but to cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present. Ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I want to live it? What am I grateful for right now? Chapter 4. The obstacle is the way. In Stoic philosophy, obstacles are not hindrances, but opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This idea forms the basis for turning challenges into sources of gratitude. Every time we encounter difficulties, we're faced with a choice. We can either view them as setbacks, or we can view them as stepping stones to wisdom, strength, and resilience. Gratitude arises when we recognize that without these obstacles, we would never grow. In fact, life's greatest lessons often come through its greatest challenges. For the Stoics, adversity was not just something to endure. It was something to be grateful for. Why? Because obstacles present us the chance to exercise virtues like patience, courage, and perseverance. They shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. Practical exercise. The next time you encounter an obstacle, practice reframing it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Write down your reflections and consciously choose gratitude for the growth that this challenge offers. Chapter 5. Practice of negative visualization. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, is a Stoic practice that involves imagining the loss of things we currently value. This may sound counterintuitive to gratitude, but it actually deepens our appreciation for what we have. By contemplating the potential absence of loved ones, health, or material possessions, we are reminded not to take them for granted. When you imagine losing something you deeply care about, you naturally become more grateful for it in the present. The Stoics understood that much of human dissatisfaction comes from taking things for granted. Negative visualization is a way to counteract that tendency, helping us to fully appreciate what we already possess. Gratitude through negative visualization isn't about dwelling on loss. It's about heightening your awareness of life's fragility. It's about being mindful of the things that matter most and cultivating a deep sense of appreciation for them now, while they are still a part of your life. Practical exercise. Take 5 minutes each day to practice negative visualization. Imagine losing something or someone you deeply value. Then, reflect on how much they mean to you in the present moment. This exercise helps you cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude for the things you currently have. Chapter 6. Practicing voluntary discomfort. One of the key Stoic practices to build resilience and gratitude is voluntary discomfort. Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare. Coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" By willingly embracing discomfort, cultivate gratitude for the abundance we often take for granted. In our comfortable modern lives, we're often shielded from discomfort, yet the Stoics believe that periodically stripping away these comforts helps us appreciate what we have. When we fast, sleep on the floor, or endure cold weather with complaint, we confront our fear of deprivation and learn that we are stronger than we think. These voluntary hardships make us realize that our baseline for suffering is much lower than we think, and that much of our discomfort is a product of our mindset rather than actual hardship. Gratitude, in this case, comes from contrast. By experiencing discomfort voluntarily, you develop a profound appreciation for the comfort you usually enjoy. you start to realize how fortunate you are, even in the smallest things, like having a warm bed or a full meal. Practical exercise. Pick one day a month to practice voluntary discomfort. This could be by fasting, wearing simpler clothes, or taking a cold shower. Afterward, reflect on how this experience enhances your appreciation, the comforts you often take for granted. Chapter 7. The role of community and gratitude. The Stoics placed a significant emphasis on the interconnectedness of all people. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What injures the hive injures the bee." Gratitude is not just a personal practice. It is also about recognizing and appreciating the support, love, and relationships that sustain us. No one lives in isolation, and acknowledging the impact of others on our lives is a powerful way to cultivate gratitude. Stoic gratitude also extends beyond your immediate circle. It includes acknowledging those who challenge you, those who disagree with you, and even those who oppose you. By seeing others as part of a shared human experience, it can foster empathy and gratitude, even for those who test our patience. True gratitude in Stoic philosophy involves seeing how we are all part of a larger community and recognizing the roles others play in shaping who we are. Whether it's the kindness of a friend or the lessons learned from an adversary, there is always something to be grateful for in our interactions with others. Practical exercise. Take a moment each day to express gratitude to someone in your community. This could be through a simple thank you note, phone call, or even a small gesture of appreciation. Reflect on how interconnected your life is with others and how these relationships contribute to your well-being. Chapter 8. Accepting imperfection. Gratitude for what is. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoic philosophy is the acceptance of imperfection. The Stoics understood that striving for perfection in ourselves or in the world around us is a futile pursuit. Instead, they encouraged us to find peace in the present reality, flaws and all. Gratitude arises when we stop demanding that life conforms to our expectations. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." Gratitude, in this sense, involves embracing life as it is, rather than wishing it to be different. We often struggle with accepting imperfections in ourselves and others, leading to frustration and discontent. But when we shift our mindset to appreciate things as they are, including the messiness of life, we experience a deep sense of peace. For the Stoics, gratitude wasn't about waiting for life to be perfect. It was about finding contentment in the present, with all its imperfections. By accepting that life is inherently unpredictable and imperfect, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open ourselves to deeper gratitude. Practical exercise. Reflect on an area of your life where you've been striving for perfection. How can you shift your perspective to appreciate it as it is, imperfections included? Write down what you're grateful for in that area, even if it's not perfect. Chapter 9. Gratitude for time. Time is perhaps our most precious resource, and yet it is the one we often take for granted. The Stoics were acutely aware of the fleeting nature of time and encouraged the practice of gratitude for each moment we are given. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Gratitude for time means recognizing that every moment is an opportunity, gift that will never come again. Whether it's time spent with loved ones, time to pursue a passion, or even time to reflect, the Stoics remind us that time is a resource we must use wisely. This awareness helps us appreciate the present moment and avoid squandering it on trivial pursuits. Stoics also believed in the importance of being present. We are often distracted by regrets about the past or worries about the future, but true gratitude involves being fully engaged in the here and now. When we appreciate time, we stop wishing it away and begin to use it deliberately and mindfully. Practical exercise. At the end of each day, reflect on how you spent your time. Were you present in your activities, or did you allow distractions to pull you away from the moment? Write down one thing you are grateful for from your day and commit to making the most of your time tomorrow. Chapter 10. The daily practice of gratitude. Gratitude, like any skill, requires practice. The Stoics believed in the importance of daily habits that cultivate virtues, and gratitude is no exception. A daily gratitude practice can rewire your mind to focus on the good, even in difficult times. One simple but powerful way to practice gratitude is through journaling. At the end of each day, reflect on what went well, what you learned, and what you're grateful for. This practice helps you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Another important aspect of Stoic gratitude is reflection. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on his day, noting areas where he could have been more present, more grateful, or more resilient. By regularly reflecting on your actions and thoughts, you can develop a deeper awareness of the good in your life. Gratitude is not a passive feeling. It is an active practice, a way of living that requires intention and consistency. By practicing gratitude daily, you cultivate resilience, peace, and happiness, regardless of external circumstance. Practical exercise. Commit to a daily gratitude practice. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this simple habit will help you reframe your experiences and find joy in the present moment. Call to action. Gratitude, according to the Stoics, is not about waiting for life to be perfect. It's about finding contentment in the imperfect, appreciating the challenges that make us stronger, and embracing the fleeting moments that make life precious. By practicing gratitude through Stoic principles, you can transform your mindset, your relationships, and your approach to life. As you move forward, remember that gratitude is a discipline, a choice you make every day. It requires reflection, effort, and intentionality, but the rewards are profound. When you live with gratitude, you cultivate resilience, peace, and happiness, no matter what life throws your way. So take this Stoic call to action. Practice gratitude daily. Embrace the challenges, love your fate, and appreciate the present. Through gratitude, you'll discover the strength and peace that the Stoics cherished, and you'll transform your life in ways you never thought possible. If you found this guide valuable, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on the notifications button, and share it with your friends and family who might benefit from it. Also, drop a comment below on how you plan to incorporate Stoic gratitude into your daily life. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.